Tested. Hey guys, it's Will from Tested.
I'm Norm from Tested.
Apps of the week starting now, but it's new.
It's new. It's on the iPad too.
That's not what's, well, that's kind of why it's new.
iOS apps,
yes,
games, but we're plugging directly to the iPad. Give you some cool direct feed.
For iPhone and iPad both.
Check it out.
So this is Battleheart.
Battleheart.
Jeff recommended it the other day.
All right.
It is, it's a combat game. So I'm going to play a level I've already played, so I'm familiar. But basically you have a party of 4 people. You can give them out equipment and stuff like that. And it follows the basic MMO tank healer, damage dealer route. So there's
like Castle Crashers, kind of.
I've never actually played Castle Crashers. I know.
Oh my goodness. So you're controlling all 4?
I'm controlling all 4 of these guys.
How is that possible?
So basically you draw lines with your fingers from character to character, and so you just draw the line to tell them what to attack. So I have a tank over here, this magic-y, the armored-looking guy.
Okay.
I have a barbarian who's a damage dealer, but isn't particularly good at tanking. And then I have a mage who's casting damage spells, and a cleric that's healing.
I assume those icons in the top left-hand corner are to cast spells?
So these are to cast spells and use powers. Like that makes my tank guy have more armor. This one lets him hit everybody in a certain vicinity. The barbarian has a berserker mode, so he does a lot more damage, but also takes a lot more damage. And then, of course, well, I'll wait till I get more dudes in here, but the wizard has some other stuff that he can do as well.
And do you actually walk across the map, or do you actually just stay in this one area?
You stay in the one spot. They just keep attacking you. But there's a large number of battlefields, and they kind of change as time goes on. I can't cast that yet. So the cleric has like group healing spells and stuff like that. But here is the bomb. Oh, he's not attacking anything. He's in charge. Boom! Shakalaka. Yeah.
Zack Snyder.
And of course he has, you know, frost and slow and stuff like that.
So different levels, different enemies, and can you level up your characters?
You can level up your characters. You can level up you can upgrade your equipment, of course. There's boss monsters. There's all sorts of stuff. It's very MMO combat system-esque in kind of a positive way.
In a Castle Crashers-like art style.
Yeah, I mean I've enjoyed it. It's relatively inexpensive. It's not a game that changes the world, but it's entertaining. And it's the challenge scales dramatically. Like there's some levels that are pretty hard. Oh, here comes the boss. Let me go get my tank on him.
Send the tank to the front. Get the barbarians to the rear.
Yes. Well, he's not a rogue. He's just a barbarian. Oop. Cleric should not be over there. But we're going to set up the fireball. We're going to cast the enrage. I'm going to use that one, which increases his power. Oh God, the cleric's going to let him die.
Pretty fast. And do you have heals?
The cleric is healing, yeah. And then there's also and it crashed. Awesome. Okay, so that's Battleheart. That's the first crash I've had, for what it's worth. The next game, Tiny Wings.
Oh man, I've heard of this one.
Oh, you've played this. This is all the rage in the office. Basically, you play a bird. The controls are really simple. You tap on the screen to dive. I'm doing a really bad job right now. And you let off for your little tiny wings to flap.
So it's all about getting the right angle on these little cliffs.
On the swoops.
On the swoops, so you can fly further and faster. And you have a time constraint. So if you look in the bottom left-hand corner, the sun is slowly setting. You have to outrun the sun, because once the sun sets, it's time to sleep.
Exactly. There's a progression, so you fill out these achievements over here over time, and as you fill out each set of 3 achievements, you increase your multiplier by, I think, 2. Ooh. So that multiplier affects the number of points you get for collecting coins, which I'm doing right now, the number of points you get for each successful swoop, every time you touch the clouds, and of course there's also fever mode, which if I can execute here, not that time.
Lots of stars will come out of the bird.
You get stars and you get double points during fever mode.
Yeah.
So this is a pretty simple game. It doesn't have online leaderboards. Like this is something I'd love to see with Game Center support, or something I think it is OpenFaint, but I don't have any friends on OpenFaint.
Incredibly simple to play, but very hard to master. And it really is about completing those challenges that are in fever mode. Completing the challenges so your multiplier doubles. You can't really slow how fast the sun sets. By moving to the next island, you get a little more time.
Yes.
But getting to the 5th, 6th, or 7th island is pretty challenging. So it's really about, oh, there you go. So once you're slowed down,
you're boned.
You gotta go rebuild momentum.
Have you gotten past the 7th island, Norm?
I have only gotten to the 6th island.
Oh boy.
And my multiplier is rather low.
So yeah, I mean, it's a super fun game. And the nice thing about this is with no motion controls, it actually works really well on the bus, which was always my complaint with Doodle Jump and some of those games that are more motion control based. Did you play Game Dev Story, Norm?
I love Game Dev Story. It's one of my favorite games.
Well, this is Hot Springs Story.
It's from the same developer?
Same people, Kairosoft. or Kairosoft or something
Man,
like that.
Hot Springs.
So-
Sounds sexy.
It's kind of a happy ending. Oh wait, no, that's not right. Different kind of game. Basically, you are building it's an economic simulator. So you're building a hot springs, which I guess is a hot
Resort?
bath kind of thing. You have these guys over here are hotel rooms. You can see people going in there.
Man,
I have
this is
a bunch
totally a
of
front.
those.
Money laundering is going on right now, and also,
You think there's some
scandalous business.
This is a love hotel or something. So anyway, this is similar to Game Dev Story. It seems like they've streamlined a lot of the stuff that was a little bit annoying about Game Dev Story. So building, there was really no building in Game Dev Story. It was more about making good choices about the products you were making and stuff like that. But so the basic mechanism here is that you build a floor, you connect rooms with the floor, and I mean that's really all there is to it.
I am not a hot springs connoisseur, so unlike Game Dev Story, I don't know what
You don't know what to invest in.
I have no idea what will work in the real world that would parallels hot springs in the virtual world.
And that's really where this game breaks down, is because it doesn't tell you things like your occupancy rate in the hotel, in the rooms, how much money you're making per room, what you need to charge. It doesn't give you that kind of fine, like PC game level granular control. But it's fun, it's cute. I've enjoyed it. I put a couple hours into it and enjoyed myself so far. This is actually an iPhone game. We're playing it on the iPad so we can get direct feed video out. Tiny Wings also an iPhone game. Galaxy on Fire.
Whoa.
Is something I have really enjoyed quite a bit. So this is you played Freelancer back in the day.
Yeah, Microsoft's Starlancer sequel.
Yeah.
Whoa, this game looks really good.
Yeah, so this is a good graphics game. Basically, you have a ship.
Okay.
You start out with a really shitty ship. It has like one gun and it's not very good. Over time, you get a better ship. You can buy new ships, buy new weapons.
Oh my god, it's
haul cargo from point to point, complete missions, there's side quests. You can mine asteroids if you're into that whole thing. It's kind of like a JV single-player version of EVE Online, to put it in contemporary terms.
That's crazy, on the iPad.
And it looks really good.
So you're flying your ship, and I assume you've upgraded a little bit.
I've upgraded a little bit.
Controls are look like they're on-screen virtual joystick.
It took a little bit of getting used to.
This is something you can use the fling on.
I tried the fling. It didn't work that well. Because it doesn't... It expects you to tap on stuff sometimes. And while the fling makes that possible, it's not exactly easy. So like you mine asteroids... By aiming at the asteroid, that little circle forms around the reticle, and then you hit the fast forward button, it'll take you over there, you can speed up, and it will do, then there's a mining mini game, right? So I'm going to land here, the drill will come out, and then I have to use the joystick to keep the drill centered on the core of the asteroid, which is a significant challenge. See, so...
Stay on target.
The trick is, the asteroid damage is up here at the top. If you mess up, and the circle goes out for too long, then of course you will lose the asteroid, lose all the stuff that you collected.
I don't like mining. I like combat. How's the combat?
I'm going to find out. Right, I'm going to go show you right now.
Ooh,
so
jump gate.
This is a jump gate. This is going to warp us to the next zone.
This is really amazing. You get this entire virtual space world on the iPad.
Yes, this is a fantastic. I mean, I literally sat down with this at like 2 o'clock on Sunday afternoon and looked up at 4:30 and was like, oh, okay, this is pretty good. And it's not an expensive game, not a particularly expensive game. So I'm flying into another station. I hope there's combat here. Usually there's combat at this particular station. I am not finding it right now. The other thing that's interesting is there's a pretty robust economy in this game. So if you just want to be a trader, you can totally do that.
You can be a trader or a trader?
Trader. You can be a trader too. There's different factions. So if you piss off the Terrans or whatever they're called in this game, you will have significant problems later on down the line completing the story.
And can you accept missions, like exploration missions?
I'm actually turning.
Missions?
That's what's happening right now. I just turned in something. I had to go kill some raiders, collect some technology, and bring it back to the station in order to do this. There's a whole story. The story is kind of poorly written. That's not why you're playing this game.
Show me some combat.
And there's achievements, of course. So I'm gonna go. I gotta go find a place where there's gonna be combat. Risky. That seems good.
It seems like there are a lot of territories.
Yeah, let's
go. A lot of systems and planets.
Let's go to DJ. So I'm leaving the station. This one's totally safe. It's the Wolf Riser system, Paul Reiser's hometown. There's a little fast forward, so if you're just traveling through space and you don't want to go, then you can go at like triple speed.
What are the buttons to the right?
The buttons to the right this controls forward camera, back camera. Okay. This one, when you have multiple secondary weapons, right now I just have a ship that has one secondary weapon. You can choose between them. And then the bottom one is to fire your missiles.
Fire some missiles at the jump gate.
I don't want to do that. I want to use the jump gate. The jump gate's my friend.
Don't crash into it.
It just warps when you get close. I like this game a lot. I highly recommend it.
This is the kind of game that you spend hours and hours on just to try to get the best ship possible.
Yeah, I mean, and it is going to last a long time because this ship cost me like 1,000 space pesos or whatever they are. The good ships cost literally millions and millions of space pesos.
Oh, man.
Or spaceos. Where's the planet that I'm going to? Oh, here it is. Let's go over here to the risky system.
Shoot it. Shoot the planet.
I can't shoot the planet, but I can warp to the planet. So there's star systems, there's planets within the star systems. I'm hoping for some combat here. You never know. It looks like this is combat. Oh.
Someone's shooting at you?
Oh no, there's bad guys over here.
Other things.
Oh, these guys, I'm friends with both of them. Should I engage?
Pick a side, pick a side.
I'm gonna go with the guys without fight the guys without a space station. That's my move.
You've locked on?
Yeah, you can't fire from this far out. You'll get a different reticle when you're close. Oh, where's the green ship guy? There he is. The controls aren't perfect in this game. It's a little twitchy. Part of that is that you upgrade thrusters and stuff like that to become more maneuverable.
Well, your shields. Shoot him.
Crashed an asteroid.
Lead your shots, Smith.
I'm hitting him.
He's getting away. Oh, he's exploded.
Yeah.
No, don't run into him.
We clipped through. It's okay. And you can, of course, loot stuff off of the corpses of your fallen enemies. So now these guys are pissed off at me, and I'm going to have to not save this game. The last game this week. This is all games this week. Not that many apps this week, it turns out. But Cami Retro is this week's iTunes Game of the Week. I am thoroughly enjoying this. Oh, I haven't unlocked that so far. Basically, this game, it looks very Mario-esque, right? There's piranha plants. There's weird 8-bitty backgrounds.
Chickens and dogs. Oh, no, those are cows.
Exactly. Oops, I missed. So you control this guy. There's no D-pad or anything like that. Basically, you're traversing a maze, and you need to get him from place to place.
You've hit the alligator twice now.
I know. I've made poor choices. Come on. Spit out another guy. You control him by drawing lines.
That was
changes direction.
So you
oh my God, it's too high. So I'm going to make it go lower.
So the only thing you can do is control the jumps and the positioning of these jump pads.
Yes. But when you do it correctly, then of course you can go to the exit door, and everybody's happy.
And the graphics are very 3D retro.
It's a distinctive graphics look, is what I would say for this game. This game is relatively new. I hadn't seen it before today, actually. And I have enjoyed it quite a bit this morning as I was waiting for you guys to start the podcast.
It's all about the bananas. He's wearing the headband.
Well, he is wearing a headband. Why wouldn't you wear a headband? He's Chuck Norris.
Is he really? I guess he has a sweet beard, too.
He does have a sweet beard. Who? See, look at that. Oh, yeah.
Double jump, X1.
Oh, my God. Oh, I shouldn't have jumped there. Yeah, so it's not a complex game, but it's kind of a fun game. I really dig the art style, actually. I don't know how you feel about this kind of retro cuteness, but it appeals to me. Reminds me of days gone by.
And looks good on the iPad.
Looks great on the iPad. This is an iPhone game, too, so not available native for iPad. But the thing I'm finding is iPhone games scale up really well these days. When you're talking about a Retina display-capable iPhone game, it looks quite nice on the iPad. Oh, I should have moved the bounce pad. I missed.
Can you move it after you jumped on it already?
Yeah, I think so. That's probably an advanced move for later levels, if I had to guess.
Moving out, moving out. Oh.
That was a little slow. That was much higher quality than I expect apps of the week to normally look like.
Very good games.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of the Tiny Wings.
Are you going to play Galaxies on Fire?
And I think I'm going to go play some Wannabe Freelancer. Get the best ship ever.
That game is awesome. See you guys next week. I'm Wilson Tested.
I'm Norman Tested.
Bye.
Pew, pew.